Put your hands up.
Hey, you guys, it is your girl, Dimples, and this is Openly Guarded. Thank you so much for being here. As you know, this is a place where we talk about real stories, real growth, and real life lessons. And today I am on a solo episode, just me and you, and I wanted to talk to you about something that was personal to me. It's kind of like the Lotto song, or how it goes. Business is personal, but this is personal to me. But it's also along the lines of business because I think that every young woman should take their growth in their health and their development very, very seriously. And I know that I wasn't always that kind of person. In the environment that I work in, it's a lot of different pressures that you might experience. And one of the experiences that I had that I was not prepared for was body dysmorphia. Now, I have a long shopping list of different issues, but that was something that I didn't already have. And I didn't know that you could develop stuff later on in your life. It's very, very true. At any age, you could experience this, but it's a very, very serious topic, and a lot of people don't talk about it. So today we will be talking about my transformations and the different realities that I faced when I was transforming my body, the reasons why, what it cost me, my mental, where I am now, and my message to you. So without further ado, I want to talk to you guys about body dysmorphia, especially in my environment. Now, when I say my environment, I absolutely mean the strip club. The strip club is kind of what found Dimples in a lot of different ways, but that's where I came from. That's where I started from. And when I initially entered this realm of competition and beauty and stereotypes and endless money, I was uneducated and very, very insecure. And I wouldn't go as far as saying misled because I made a lot of decisions on my own, even though I was well warranted. But I was very young and I was very immature, and it cost me dearly. And I want to take a minute and shout out a lot of women that I've come to admire, not only their original appearance, but where they transformed to and where they are now. My girl K Michelle, she is, in my eyes, an idol. She goes around and really gives awareness about mental health and destroying yourself and just telling you about the nitty gritty and the insecurities and being vulnerable and just teaching other young women or more mature women about how to love who you are now, because you'll ultimately, sometimes, for the most part, we got about 95%, you'll regret it. I mean, we have examples from K Michelle, Cardi B, Dream Doll, the Kardashians, I mean, the whole family. And that's not even to throw shade. It's more so to say all of these women were iconic in their own time, in their own past. And they were celebrated for their bodies, for their curves, for their looks, for the way that they shaped culture and the way that they inspired or influenced other young women. Even down to the ones that deny that they've had surgery. And I won't say no names, you just know who they are. But I say that to say it's not always everything that is cracked up to be once you actually get started. The constant comparison that I went through when I was in the highest, because I feel like I've transformed from where I was. I'm in a better place now. But when I was in the thick of it, I was very young, but I was surrounded by mature women and they looked mature. And I would go home thinking about what I wanted to do to myself one day when I had enough money, for real. And it's really not, it's not a cool place to be. At the time, I thought it was. I mean, the energy that us women the BBL crew, whatever you want to call it, even if you've got your own fat transferred, the BBL crew. The time and energy that we put into it, you would think we wanted a doctorate or some type of DR before our last name or something like that. I mean, we obsess about it and we lose sleep about it and we lose weight about it and we gain weight about it. And it's like it just becomes a chase of a feeling. Like it sometimes felt to me that we were no different than like addicts chasing a high. Because after you made a change, you absolutely automatically start noticing other things about yourself that you don't like or you might want to change. And the money tied into the reward of your appearance from different men also is a big thing. Like, you don't understand. Like, there's so many rap lyrics that just glorify a woman's curvy bottom. And then, even if it wasn't, because I'm not even gonna lie, you got men, just regular men, 9 to 5 men, some billionaires, some got a couple dollars, but they also like a curvy girl. Like, this is coming from the club. Y'all gotta understand, like, I see so many different men. I'm talking about businessmen, trap boys, YNs, everything. And they all have one thing in common. They like a nice sized booty. It's just what they it's just what they enjoy. And I can't judge them. I don't judge them. But I do look at it like, dag, like if that's all you need, then why not? And I'm sure a lot of us feel that way. Like if that's all you need to get in the game, then I'm almost there. And here's the corrupt thing about it. You are breaking down members of your body that have not had the opportunity to fully form. Most women don't form until after their first baby or until after 25 or until after 30 or sometimes even 35. Yes, I've experienced it. And I was like, oh my gosh, I could have just waited. And I sympathize so much with women like Cardi B and K Michelle. And I would say others, but they're not publicly, they don't speak on it in a way that they even want people to understand that they've had that moment, even a second of insecurity about themselves. Like, oh, if I get this tightened up here, and I'm talking about injections, fillers, everything, ain't nothing off the table. If it ain't yours or you wasn't born with it, you had something done, and there's nothing wrong with it. I don't bring up this topic to shade any woman because it's still some stuff that I still feel like I might do one day, but it'll be safe. It'll be recommended. It'll be with a real doctor in a real hospital getting real tests ran and real lab results that I pay for from a clinic that I can verify, that other doctors can read and verify. It won't be a quickie chop shop job. You are so much more than a quickie chop shop job. And a lot of times we don't even look at it. It's no different than when somebody break down a Benz for part. Like, don't treat yourself that way. You deserve so much more. We deserve so much more. And that's why I wanted to talk about this topic. And I hope I'm not ruffling no feathers. And if you don't like it, please feel free to turn it off because it's just not for you. I'm at a place where I'm confident and I'm comfortable with talking about any and everything that I've been through because it's made me so much more of who I am today. I'm not ashamed of the choices that I made. I try to deal with logic and I try to deal with the better human understanding of the changes that I made for myself. And I analyze myself and I think about, why didn't I love up on myself a little bit harder? Why didn't I give myself a little bit more mercy, a little bit more time, some more patience? What was it that I was chasing? What relationship that crumbled and didn't work out anyway was I trying to break my back for? And a lot of times, that's the bottom line. That's what it is. It's a phase. You'll grow out of it. You may not move through your phases and your changes as quickly as the next person, but comparison is the death of all of your happiness, the death of all of your joy. You can never really live in the true mirror and the true vision of you when you're always like, well, this person has that or that person has that. It's just really going to suck for you. This journey of life is going to suck for you. Just being 1,000. How I started over, I didn't panic. I didn't worry about what I was going to lose. I just started thinking about all the things that I was already good enough to do. Like I just started writing them down, made me a little notebook, and I have 1,000 books. Like I love books, I love to write. I'm trying to get better at loving to read other people's art. But it's a lot of different stuff out there that I'm trying to get into. And if you followed me this long in the video, thank you so much for being here. And shout out to you. And please drop your favorite book or something that you're working on or you're looking forward to reading. I would love to know where your mind is right now, because we don't know where this world is going. I mean, it's 2026. I don't know what 2027 is going to look like. So let's just hold on tight and stay prayed up. But I stopped picking myself apart, and I stopped comparing myself to other people's journeys. And I started looking at what was so great about my journey. What was so dope about me? What did I love about me being here? And it's not like it took 5 seconds. It took time, and I'm still working on it. I'm still trying to convince myself that my flaws are beautiful. And if you are too, I am here with you in this journey. And it's not just, don't rush, take your time. And somebody told me that it was like, take your time. I was like, yeah, I'll take my time. But I was like, no, your time. A lot of times when people say take your time, we think about their time. Oh, they would have been early. They would have been late. What would you have done? Start doing that. Start doing that for you. Start doing whatever you got to do, because changes are very important. And the changes that I implemented in my life helped me view my life a different way, a certain way, more unique, more worthy of who I am and what I look like and my purpose and my joy and what actually really makes me happy. And if you know me, you know it's wigs, you know it's little outfits and stuff like that. I don't go out much. I don't go out much, but you know, I like to clean my house. But it didn't come from me automatically having enough confidence. It didn't come from me automatically feeling like I was enough for the population of people that I was trying to convince that I was good enough for. And to be honest with you, a lot of people that, because I went through a time where listen, all of my surgeries that I got, I paid for myself. And I'm so grateful to be able to say that. And I wish somebody would come in my comment section trying to troll, like, no, I paid my dues. Trust me. Ain't nobody chasing me down, ain't nobody on my head. But I've learned so much because I went through a phase where I was asking people like, what do you think? And could you help me? Yeah, I was asking for help. Yeah, nobody really wants to pay for their own surgery. I did it because I had to, not because I wanted to. And a lot of things I've been through, a lot of my like coworkers never really ever like went through or experienced. Like, for instance, a 7-year relationship that completely flopped. Most girls are single that live that life. Most girls are free agents. Let's just put it like that. I thought I was going to start a whole nother little and it did not work. But it's just like, I'm grateful for the things that I've been through. It's made me such a more beautiful person inside and more patient with other people and things that I'm trying to give my own self grace on. But I just want y'all to understand that it's not just a greed or a nature of like the money or the attention. And if it is, it's usually not from the people that they're getting it from. A lot of things that I didn't take into accountability was going outside after and having other people judge me and have something to say about what I look like or what I decided to wear. I didn't think about that at all. And I know when people say that, they're usually in a place of, I didn't give a fuck. I just didn't care. I was doing me. I was living my best life. No, I just really didn't. Like, I didn't calculate that. I didn't calculate what it would feel like. I didn't calculate that it would be women, older ladies chasing me down, baby. And it's not funny. Let me take a drink. It ain't funny. It was embarrassing. Listen, I can tell you on 3 different occasions where I had to run around the corner of the grocery store. One time was the dollar store. Respectfully, it's the dollar store. I mean, come on now. The other time was Walmart. She was in a hover round. Auntie was in a hover round. Somebody show me a hover round and what it looked like. She was in a hover round, baby, and she was on my ass. I don't remember if the phone was out, but she was calling her daughter. She was in there with her daughter, and she was like, "Come see this. You gotta come see." Never. I heard somebody talk about that before. Like, if you see a good booty, you gotta get somebody else to join in on the look. But being a part of the experience is just not for. It's not for the weak. I ran around that corner in a panic. But it's a mental thing. It's a little bit of never feeling satisfied because I remember going a lot. When I went and got surgery, I did not go and get surgery one time. I did not go and get surgery 2 times. I did not go get surgery 5 times. I ain't go get surgery 15 times. I ain't go get surgery 30 times. I don't know how many times I went and got my butt done. If you know something about silicone injections, buy polymers. And I'm going to put that down there because I know y'all know how to spell it. It's a gel, a gelatin. It's the same thing that, if you get the right thing, they be putting anything in anybody now, which is why I'm glad I stopped a long time ago. But if you get it done, it's like the same thing you get in your breast. Like if you get a breast lift, whatever, but your breast is in a bag. So it's more so like it's protected. Anything you put in your body that's flowing free, your body's going to do its best to protect it. It's going to do its best to try to counteract it, to keep it from spreading to other areas. So what it does is the first thing it's going to do, it's going to harden. The second thing it's going to do, it's going to like try to break it down. That's usually when some people experience color differentiation. And I'll put some pictures in there to show you exactly what that looks like as well. But it's just different things that happen now. My doctor, shout out to Carlos Gomez, he was my specialist. He is a reconstruction specialist when it comes to the buttocks area and people that have done the things that I've done. Now, I heard K. Michelle say that once you do it, it's completely, absolutely 1000% irreversible. I've heard different, but everybody's circumstances can be different because we all got different bodies and different genetics. But for me, when it was out, it was out. And I can just say that. And I'm actually like a really, really different type of case. And we'll talk more details about that on a different episode. If you guys want, you can let me know in the comment section and I will definitely give you that content. But I just say it to say you can take it out. There is options for you. And I will shout out my doctor and I will put his information in there and you can reach out to him. He is in Cali, Colombia though, y'all. And them tickets be ticketing and his price be pricing. But if you want to change and you want it out and you've changed your mind, you can. You can. And that's not for me to go ahead and say, go ahead and do it because you can change your mind. Don't do it. Because just because you can take it out don't mean you're going to like what it looked like after it's gone. Okay? You stretch out skin, it's like being pregnant. Stretch out skin, what happens to babies when they go away? Freddy Krueger, you know? But anyway, I'm just being real. But it's definitely more of like not just one thing. It's a tumultuous of things. And it's a buildup. It could be rejection from a man. It could be rejection from a job. It could be rejection from a gig. Like she got picked because her butt was big. Like, you know, everybody walks a different line. Everybody has a different lifestyle. Everybody has a different journey. And if you really want to know where this whole thing came from, it came from transgenders. And I'm not saying like any man that likes a big butt would, you know, but they didn't have enough. We always did. That's not shade. That's not tea. But the realization that happened for me, and just be real, was I had to come out of a place where I was in survivor mode. And I don't know if y'all ever heard that before, but I've been hearing it a lot this past year, just being real, like, oh, I was in survivor mode. I didn't know that many people knew that term like that. It hit me deep. I was like, oh, I thought I was the only one. Shout out to the people that's in survivor mode, but you got to come up out of that because that's not a natural place to be. And it could be very, very, very dangerous, especially when you plan with tools like surgery and you don't care what you put in your body. You just want that final goal, that final result. And there's been so many people that have gone and got legit surgeries, ones with real licensed doctors, and their bodies rejected it. Sometimes when something's not meant for you, it's not meant for you. And me, I gotta be honest with y'all. In 2014, I couldn't say that I would be telling this story. For real. I came through a really, really tough time. And if it wasn't for that, I probably wouldn't have stopped. I wouldn't have stopped. I'm just gonna be honest with y'all. I ain't gonna be dramatic. I'm not gonna give any silly mantras. I wanna be straight on. I'm gonna look head on. I wouldn't have stopped if I didn't almost lose my life behind it. It took for me to be laid out on a bed for over 24 days, missing my birthday, waking up to my family pining over me. That was the worst day of my life. That was the worst. That was the most miserable day of my entire existence. And if I could take it back, I would be sobbing just like K. Michelle. I understand why she cries because so many people were scared. So many people got hurt. Why? Because you want to make your butt big. You want to leave this place because you want to make your butt big. You want to risk. Any surgery is a risk. Anytime you get put to sleep, anytime you go under the knife, even if it's not superficial, you're risking it. And people get scared. They don't want to see us leave this place yet. They still got so many dreams for us to accomplish, so many things for us to do. And it's just a selfish thing to do that to them. So, that was the thing that really kind of brought me up out of that. And I really pray for people who are not better yet. You just got to keep working on trying to get better. And hopefully people who show up like me and stand in front of the camera and let you know you're not alone. I did it too. And I probably wouldn't have stopped. I hope that makes you feel a little bit more at home. I hope it makes you feel a little bit more at peace. And you would come to my DM because I'm still going to be me. Openly Guarded is the place. It's a safe place. You can come here. You can cry with me. You can tell me what's going on. I will help you as much as I can. And I know I'm somebody that always try to live up to my word. I've made promises to people who are on their way to Carlos right now. I've made promises to people who are interested in transforming their bodies and going back to normal. And I let them know that I was going to drop an ebook for them. And I finished it. But I wanted to do this first because I needed a place for y'all to feel like y'all can come home and talk to a real person behind this ebook. Now, in this book, I'm going to give y'all every single surgery I've ever had in my life. Now, I told you it's done. It's done. I want to change the artwork, but it's done. Every surgery I've ever had in my life, how much it cost, where I went, how long it took to heal. And that's what y'all really want to know. I mean, not everybody, but for the ones that want to know, I ain't no gatekeeper. I just need you to be safe. Now, when it comes to silicone injections, baby, it's in there, but you can't find her. Kimberly Smedley, what's up, boo? Now, I can say that and I can name drop because she's my baby for life. She's not the one that put me in the hospital. And she was the one that taught me as much as I know about silicones, besides the one that reversed my surgery, Carlos Gomez. These two people in my life saved my life. She taught me not to go to everybody. She taught me not to do any and everything. And she also let me know she had limits and boundaries, and I respect that woman. She's not in the game no more. She's not in the business no more. But if you look her up on Vlad TV, shout out to Vlad TV, one day we will meet. She's on there. Her name is Kimberly Smedley. He interviewed a lot of women that made money, a lot of money illegally. And she was one of the women, and that was my teacher. That was the first person that ever touched his body illegally. And she wasn't the last, but she taught me a lot. So anybody who's not in that place and anybody who's still trying to find their way to get there, come knock on my door. Come knock on my door. I'm here. I'm not going nowhere. And I'm not never going to be ashamed. And I used to be around people that used to tell me, why you want to tell people your business like that? But I had to realize that it was their shame I was bearing, not mine. I'm not ashamed to tell y'all what I've been through. I'm not ashamed to bear why? Because what? I don't appreciate that much what I look like anyway. I didn't earn it. I paid for it. So when people say things like, you're so beautiful, I pray that they talking about my spirit. Y'all don't know how bad. But I thank y'all so much for being here, truly. And I'm praying for everybody who's still trying to find their place in this world, whether it's looks, whether it's a sound, whether it's something that you feel like you meant to do. Because, baby, look, okay, I've wanted to do a lot of things, and this is one of them. And I never really thought that I was going to be able to do it. But we doing it. And I'm not going to let nothing stop it. Bottom line, period. So it's like, we're still healing. We're still working. we're still trying to get to where we got to go. But that's the point of this podcast, because this is a place for us to be vulnerable and be open. And if you feel like you want to be on this show and you got a story you want to share, please message me, because we're still building and we're still in the process of growth and life lessons. Okay. And I say that to say you will experience a shift, just like me, eventually, when you separate yourself from things that demand attention that you shouldn't be giving right now. There's a lot of things I was giving attention to that I shouldn't have been giving my energy to. It was better places for me to put that, you know? And sometimes people say things to us and we brush them off because we just feel like, you too old, you don't understand. You like 50 years old, you can't tell me about my life, I'm doing it. I look better than you, or whatever the opposition is. I got more money than you can't tell me nothing, bro. You can learn something from anybody. And everybody's had a life. Everybody has a story. Everybody has a journey. And everybody has a purpose and a destiny. And when you experience that shift, you'll feel fulfilled in that way. Like, you know, like for me, I feel like I experienced it once I really started like committing to writing. That's my outlet. Like, I like to talk, I like to express and tell stories and be on TikTok and be real silly. And shout out to my TikTok family. Thank y'all so much for supporting me and being here. But these are just outlets. Like, I'm just a big burst of energy. Shout out to the ADHD. I used to be ashamed. I used to not like it. But now I just realized I just need to channel my energy in better places. And there's always a more healthier place for you to channel your energy, whether it's yoga, whether you working out, whether you sing terribly. Shout out to the karaoke crew. We will be back at it next Monday. Thank you for being there. We're about 100 strong. And y'all know I'm rebuilding my TikTok account. So if you were here before and you're here now, I'll always be grateful. I'm sending you high vibrations and great energy and healing energy as well, because that's what we're doing. My message to you and to anybody who is still here: you're not crazy for feeling the way that you feel. Your emotions are valid. Your environment affects your perception about the way that you view things, and that's not your fault. But once you understand that, you got to start trying to do something about it. You want to start trying to work towards that situation. I'm changing because I want to. I'm not changing because I want to gain something from something. The intent is to gain me. So that's why I decided to change. I want to become a better person every day. I want to be better than I was yesterday. I want to be better than I was last week. And if you want to be better, stick here, stay with me. We're going to keep doing this. We're going to keep having these conversations. This has been Openly Guarded. And I am your girl, Dimples the Queen. Thank you so much for being here. And until next time, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Give this to somebody you feel like needs it. Peace.
Put your hands up.